This female streamer effed up. I can't even say it. Right, it'll demonetize me. I need to edit that. Effed up really bad by, that name is rough, helloyassine. Well, wait. Helloyassine extras. I think that's the name. Anyways, that's the name. We'll look at that. I have no idea what's going on. We'll see. We'll see.
What's popping, y'all? Two of these female streamers might be cooked. One more than the other. One is Asian and one is Nina Lin. She's just recently blown up. She was on a China trip with Agent 00. And also you have Zoe Spencer, who got cooked. Well, she got her application for Streamer University.
I have no idea who these women are. I do not know who these women are. I've never heard of these ladies. I do not know who they are. But Streamer University, that means we have some Kai-related drama. At least to Streamer University, we'll see. I don't know. I've never heard of these ladies.
Be thrown in the trash because Kai Cenat did not like the way that she behaved with him. A lot of dudes feel like she's constantly trying to emasculate them, and also she got cooked, deep fried. Not even a saute. We're talking about like when your mom burns something and she's like, oh no, it's just a little bit crispy. When you see that it's burnt, she's like, nah, it's just a little crunchy. That's what he did to her career. So Illuminati. And we hadn't really heard from Zoe Spencer.
No idea. Again. This is gonna be some drama, but I don't know. This is interesting, okay.
Since until this incident, which is not something she wanted people to hear about, or she shouldn't want people to hear about, because they are being accused of S-ing another dude. And I thought this dude was.
Pause. Well, that's interesting. Usually we have women here that have this problem. Well, not this time, boys. Not this time. Interesting. For real, not this time. I'm infinitely curious how that works. Infinitely.
He's just a young buck, but I think he's like in his 20s. I think like 24 or something. But regardless, that doesn't. Well, it does change things a little bit, because if he's a kid, then they're then they're burnt. It's like what is it? Cooking mama? Yeah, they're cooking mama burnt. But if he's of age, they're just fried. So I think that's the difference that we can make of it. But
interesting. Okay, we got some women essayed a man. Yeah, what a rare incident. Apparently, speaking of man essayed, essentially, Wolfie, currently the best online Pokemon player ever, has been inappropriately touched at multiple tournaments by fans, and is also no longer physically appearing there. So, well, it also seems to happen to men more and more often. To be fair, it probably happens to men quite as much. I think, not gonna lie, I think that it happens to men more than we'd like. Also, my model is fixed. I think it happens to men more often than we would like to admit, because a lot of men, when it happens to them, they don't even classify it as SA or sexual harassment or anything like that.
I'm going to try to play you guys a clip. I'm on probation still, so, you know, we got to take it a little bit easy. But I will describe, because this is
probation. Does that mean homie received a strike?
It's actually really bad. So I'm going to play you guys the first clip right now.
But she always on them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Saeed. Hey, come here. I got you. Saeed, come here. So you can't. So you can't. He's 23. No, he's a consensual. No, he's not consensual. Yes, he is. He's not even saying nothing. He likes it. Yeah, give.
What are you doing to my boy? Run!
Oh no.
So here, I gotta cut it off. So what, I gotta cut it off before they start throwing it back on him. So I think there is a contrast to be made here, because recently there was a clip going around of Neon and Iggy Azalea, who are business partners, homies, friends, and she's like trying to dance on him, like at least twice. But you can see
dance on him twice. Yeah, man. Yep, I would consider this SA. Okay, we got this.
The way that she's doing it, she's like gauging, right? Like she's getting close to him, and it is a little bit awkward, not gonna lie. I don't know how much of it is scripted, but I do think Neon was just like trying to be respectful of the whole situation. But you could see she wasn't forcing herself on it. She was just like, you know, slowly moving, gauging his reaction. And I think that is completely different. And I'm gonna play you guys that clip of them right now, Iggy Azalea and also Neon.
Why? I can see your nipples, girl. I can see your nipples. Why? That dude was trying to escape for his life. Bro was like, no bitches here. I don't want him on the floor. Yeah, it's crazy. Man.
What are your thoughts? Give me a breakdown. You can be honest.
I'm trying to figure out, like, she already gave you the dance that she was trying to do.
I just didn't want to cross the boundaries. Because we're good friends and we have so much coming up. And
Neon not crossing boundaries. Huh. I'm not sure.
And like, I really with her.
I mean, she like crossing the boundaries if she's dancing in the corner and you just got behind her.
Yeah.
Randomly. You know what I mean? But she was talking to you there and she turned. You know what I mean? Like that's, you know, she turned to you. Right? Like, hey, get up on it. And she did it like 3 times. And you denied it all 3.
So I'm never gonna get the opportunity.
No, she's gonna give it up.
Yes!
Yeah.
This is completely different because you see the guy cornered. He's hiding in the corner.
Yeah, bro wants to be gone. Like, this doesn't count. Hi, Zoom. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hello. Yeah, this doesn't particularly count. However, this one does count.
You've got these 2 chicks that look bigger than him. It doesn't even matter if they look bigger than him. He's still a man. He's stronger than them. But the vision, I'm saying, is what we're talking about here. And they're trying to, like, take, and he doesn't want them. This dude's Saeed. And I'm just like, yo, what is wrong with these chicks? Why are they doing this? Why is this necessary? And even XQC responded to this, so this started getting bigger and bigger, and he wanted them banned. So I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Chat, but now reverse the roles. Hold on now, okay? Some girl is cornered, okay? And then some guy pulls out his schmeedy long sausage, okay? And just starts to start foreplay. Oh, now I'm weird. Oh, now Chat says, whoa. Now Chat thinks I'm weird for saying that. Something happens, I reverse the roles, now I'm the one that's weird. I didn't even say anything. I didn't do nothing.
Now this...
I mean, yeah, he isn't wrong, because if this was 2 dudes doing it to a chick, like, bro, this would be the drama of 2025. This would be the biggest thing ever. But here it's like kind of okay, I guess. I don't know, weird.
This only gets worse because what would happen is that wasn't the end of it. So this dude Saeed, he runs away and he goes upstairs. He leaves the whole situation. Keep in mind, this is on stream. He clearly does not want this to happen. And it's not even like, oh, I don't want it to happen. And then he's like smiling.
And then she tried to climb over the other dude as well. Weird ass behavior. As a 5'5.5" man, I'm offended by this tall girl bullying that guy. It's just like, he's obviously physically stronger. Like, if he really wanted to, he could push them away. But the problem is, then there would be drama of basically him being like a woman assaulter or something. Like, in this situation, he can't really win. XQC has been doing well recently. Whenever something happens, bro, someone has a good take. Yeah, XQC and having good takes is like... Yeah, that's a rare one. That's a rare one, yeah. But yeah, he has been having good takes recently. Also, it's just like these women shouldn't be doing that.
Smirking, like, it's evident that this guy does not want this to happen. But what happens in, like, the community, people start talking to him and they're like, yo, are you mentally and emotionally traumatized? Not only with the physical aspect. And he says,
are you mentally and emotionally traumatized? Not only with the physical aspect. They didn't even post the full thing. there is a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my... Oh my god! Whoa! Pull down my clothes! Not standing with her, but why didn't you talk about this earlier? Why was you laughing in the clip? Okay. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me, and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked to about it with people that I know. Whoa! Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's a problem. That's a problem.
They didn't even post the full thing. There's a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. Not standing with her, but why didn't you talk about this earlier? And why was you laughing in the clip? It was definitely wrong, but come on. Yo, we could tell when there's nervous laughter. This was for sure.
Yeah, this was for sure. Dude, I can laugh in situations that are like crazy. I can do that. I have the talent of being able to laugh in situations where I should be laughing, where it does 100% affect me. I am pretty good at doing that.
Nervous, like what is he supposed to say? And this is the thing, like if he starts throwing hands, feet, elbows, right, like cracks them right in the splits their head open, they're gonna say, man, you know, there's never a situation where you should hit a chick, man. He should have just got
Yeah, that's like, see, that's what I said earlier. He can't win, because if he fights back, essentially, he's gonna be branded like a woman beater. He hits women. How could he? Well, and then Twitch would also ban him, very likely. He can't really do that here, right? Crazy.
About that situation. So what is he supposed to do? And they said when it originally happened, most people were attacking me, and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked about it with people that I know. So the situation, you can see some screen caps here. The first one where that chick Zoe Spencer is trying to throw it back, and then they go upstairs and they're like trying to take off dude's socks, trying to take off dude's like what he's wearing. One of them is on top of him holding him down, which yeah, one of them is on top of him.
Fun fact, if this escalated, it wouldn't have been, there is a chance that it wouldn't, depending on where that happened, it would have not been legally grape. Because grape is only, when you get penetrated, not when you are, made to penetrate, when you're forced to penetrate, which is really odd. I find that very weird. But yeah, for example, here in Germany, not only is it legally not grape, for example, it's also you may, depending if the woman wants to keep the child, you may need to pay child support. That's also something. Yeah, it's crazy. The more you know.
Pulling him down, the other one's trying to hop up on him. And do I think that these chicks wanted him? No. However, they need to understand the limits of scripting, improving. Well, most of streaming is improving, but you can't improv a situation like this when the guy's not into it with you. Like, you're forcing it on him. And he even said, I've been vocal about the situation originally, and nobody cared. It took me a lot to talk about it again. And for the third time, it has hurt me once again, where it'll take me time to heal from it again. I've been invalidated by the other parties, which don't realize what it did.
Yeah. So here he confirms it. Here it's been confirmed. Like, he didn't want this. It still happened though.
And this was just last night. And when people started asking in Nina Lynn's chat and Zoe Spencer's chat about it, their moderators started just deleting stuff. Now, this is another thing that's not working in favor of Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer is...
Well, if their comments are deleted afterwards, right? If their comments are deleted afterwards, then here comes the question. If it was just scripted, just like a joke for fun, then, you could just, right? Then you could just show receipts, right? Here's my thing, right? They obviously know that they did something wrong, which is why the mods are deleting stuff and banning people that mention it, right? Both of them obviously know. Why are these streamers just incapable of saying, yes, I did something wrong. I own that. They could do that, but it's just rough. They don't do that.
They are a little bit more aggressive compared to the average female streamer. A lot of people will make fun of Nina Lynn's voice. A lot of people feel like they try to emasculate.
Wait, Isn't Nina Lin the lady that talks essentially that talks essentially like Kai Cenat, but is Asian? Isn't that? Wait, let me check that. Oh yeah, that is her. Never mind, that is her. Yeah, she essentially kinda talks like she wants to imitate Kai Cenat in a way, from what I can tell. I don't know, would you want to be known as the person who did this and admitted it all? Well, whether she admits it or not, it's on camera, it's on stream. Yes, that's her. Okay. Like whether she admits it or not is not the issue here, right? People know that it is. But the damage would be much smaller if she actually just apologized for what she did publicly. Easy. Problem solved. She was on that show as well.
Dudes on their stream, and that's part of their content, and that means they are going to get a lot less grace, and it's not going to soften the blow for them when pushback like this happens. Like if they were like a girly, dainty girl that was behaving like this with a high-pitched voice, like a Pokimane who changes up her voice, then, well, Pokimane is just kind of hated, but just think of that archetype, then they're probably going to be like, man, why this guy playing? Why he doing all that? Man, we know he wanted it, because this is a crazy situation. I feel like if you defend this in particular here, this is like a Boosie bar mitzvah. It's like when, you know, like bar mitzvahs when like a Jewish boy turns into a man at like 13. For Boosie, what he said is he be getting, in his own words, he be getting strippers or hookers or whatever to pull up on his kid and give him some box when he's 13. That's why I call it a Boosie mitzvah.
That's the file. Diddy.
Boosie bar mitzvah. So they were trying to run a Boosie bar mitzvah on this guy completely against his will, and then he denies it, but Nina Lin gets approached by Your Rage, and he's trying to figure out the situation. He's like, yo, listen, like, yo, what you did was foul, and I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now, and her reaction is not the appropriate one.
So what if he says, I feel like you did something wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that?
I did not understand a single word. I did not understand a single word. I'll be real. I'm gonna be honest. I did not understand a single word. Not a single word that came out of that mouth. I could not understand the fuck. What the heck? What the fuck? Go back again. Go back again, guys. I did not understand shit.
His will, and then he denies it, but Nina Lin gets approached by Your Rage, and he's trying to figure out the situation. He's like, yo, listen, like, yo, what you did was foul, and I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now, and her reaction is not the appropriate one.
So what if he says, I feel like you did something wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
How you trying to patch that up?
I think he came out.
No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time and he disappeared.
No, the moment I came over, he wasn't here. I'm not trying to be his friend, though. Why was he here?
A literal Neanderthal could form more understandable words than what she just said. Did she just, from the way I understood, did she literally just like blame him and saying like, who wants to be called that? What the fuck? And that it's embarrassing for him as a guy? I didn't know crazy shit be called that. Embarrassing is all I understood. Yeah, I didn't. Girlie's onto some crazy shit. She's onto nothing. Why is she talking like that? She's talking like she's from the hood. She's talking. Well, I couldn't say it now. I'm gonna. Anyways. I have a word, chat, but I can't say it. But I have a word.
Okay. But with Saeed, though, I do gotta talk to Saeed. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's why I was looking for him all day.
There was zero accountability here, and I'm not saying that she needs to be accountable. I do think she needs to be held accountable, but I don't think she needs.
I think she needs to be banned. That's simple. She needs to be banned. She literally, no, we don't break stuff. Do not break an elevator. She just needs to be banned. Simple. She just needs to be banned.
To be accountable, because what is she gonna say? Like, yeah, man, my fault. I completely SA'd that dude. What? That's crazy. That's an admission of guilt. You don't know what kind of lawsuit that could turn into. You don't know what kind of reputation that she has. Now she's going to be an admitted SAer instead of an SAer regardless. It's like she's admitting she knows what she did. So in this situation, she's kind of screwed both ways. No pun intended. But
there was no need to throw that in, but you did throw it in. That's still horrible though.
There was a comment on this thread where someone explained the situation very.
And you know, guys, she's gonna get through with it. You know why? Because she's a big titty Asian woman. That's why she's gonna get through with it. That's why she's gonna get through with it.
Very, very clearly. And I'm going to read it out to you guys, just so you know the severity of what happened. I'm so glad someone finally brought up what happened during Nina's stream with Zoe. I was watching live when it happened, and was surprised there was no backlash considering just how effed up the whole scene was. Especially when Nina whipped out a condom, and she and Zoe started forcing Saeed's clothes.
Oh, this just gets worse! This gets worse and worse! Okay, now I'm straight up SA, bro. Now it's straight up SA, bro. She probably should be banned. She did it, and then she was being a mean person. She should 100% get banned. Like, after literally, like, stating, right? After literally stating that Nina whipped out a condom. Yeah, I think we've got confirmation that she should straight up be banned. She won't be banned. She should be.
Off on stream. At one point, Zoe even wrapped her entire body around him to where he couldn't break free. She got him in a Kimura. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. That's the only thing that I hear Joe Rogan be talking about on the side of the UFC fights. And this happened in front of everyone who was there, and no one did anything. Then when he breaks away to hide upstairs from Zoe, everyone just treated it as a big joke. The dude spent the entire stream running away from her, and the only time someone intervened was when he hid behind Silky, who finally said to Zoe to stop and that he's not consenting, but you could tell he wasn't taking it seriously. And I think they're talking about Silky. And I don't think it matters if Silky took it seriously or not, but the fact that Silky was pushing them off of him is all that matters. It doesn't matter how he took it. Like, he defended the dude, he tried to handle the situation, and that was that. And if this just stayed in the little bubble / community, it would be fine, but it started to spread. And someone that is actually apart from the community that this happens in, Asmongold, who's like one of the biggest people on Twitch right now, arguably the biggest streamer on Twitch right now, and commentator, he reacted to this quite unfavorably. So I'm gonna play you guys 2 clips merged together of what he thought about the situation. And this seems to be maybe his first or second encounter with Nina Lynn, who he's not too fond of either. So I'm gonna run you guys that right now.
What a disgusting. Really? Why is this?
Damn. Asmund, the Roach King. Damn.
On the platform right now. There is literal video evidence of her assaulting somebody. Really? Like, I mean, what
are we expecting here? Like, genuine, what are we expecting here? This is Twitch. This is Twitch. There can be diaper baby furries. There can be diaper fetish furries on Twitch. And Twitch does do nothing. A 24-hour ban, that's it. That was all that happened. You think they care? You think they care? You genuinely think they don't care? They don't give a rat's ass. They only care about one thing, and that's money. I mean, Dan Clancy isn't even pulled before Congress anymore because they canceled it. Like, what are we doing?
is this? Twitch is like, we have standards called double standards? Yeah. No, it's not even a double standard. Because they didn't give a fuck when it happened to other girls, right?
Right! Correct. Yeah, right, Emiru. It happened to Emiru too, right? Mm-hmm. Don't care about that either. Are you talking about Tiger Poke? Yes, I am talking about that person, whatever that was. The front page, 2.3k viewers. I'm doing something wrong.
And give about with Emmy, then give about with this. I just it's not double standards. They've got no standards. No, we gotta get a video out on this and let everybody know about it. We gotta let people know about this. This is some nasty, raunchy hood rat, disgusting Cardi B wannabe.
Rad, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember when 2 male streamers were also SA'd at TwitchCon, and Twitch was not doing anything. No statement, nothing. Yeah. There are 100%. There are 100% no standards. No double standards, nothing. No standards.
Behavior that should be on like the red light district, and it should have no place on the internet. Get your off of here, assaulting people. You're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Get the out of here. Like, how do you even do this? Wow. OnlyFans make this normalized? No, it didn't. No, this did not make no. This is never normalized. It should never be normalized. Don't ever. It's nobody's fault except for their fault that they did this. Nobody else made this happen.
I think Asmongold makes a really good point here, where he talks about, like, yo, this isn't a chicks or a dudes thing, because Emiru, or Emiru, whatever, however it's pronounced, Emiru, that's how I'm saying it. All right, let's, come on now. And so she got physically attacked in person at a Twitch event, and in the beginning, they were just saying that it was going to be...
Remember, guys, I had a dude on my Emiru video saying that she deserved it. Or, like, no, that it was just a smooch and not a big deal. And then when I said that he's essentially retarded, and I'm glad that we will evolve beyond survival of the fittest, because otherwise Hobie would be dead. He doubled down and said that she deserved it. Can't get worse than this.
Be a 30-day ban. It wasn't until that it started spreading everywhere that they turned it into a permanent ban. And that guy was walking off chilling for what did they say, like hours before?
Hours. Well, at least it's news that they caught him. See, that's the crazy part, right? That's the crazy part, right? That's the insane part. 30, like, wow, he's banned off of Twitch for 30 days. Wow. So great. Wow. What a strong punishment.
Before they, like, approached him or got him out of the venue or arrested him or whatever the situation ended up happening later. But it was just because of the backlash. And that's a girl, that's a partnered streamer, that's one of the biggest streamers on the platform, and that happened to her. So this situation with this guy and this chick Nina, it's not like a guy versus girl type thing. But I do think, like, the reason that Nina thinks that she can behave like this, and Zoe too, is because they've never been held accountable for it. Like, they've never been socked out over it because the dude's scared, and it's on stream, and it's also like, how else would you describe SA in this situation? Like, they got to start slobbering on the dude's meat right in front of the stream?
Again, there's a double standard in law. Again, where SA cases of men and women are completely handled differently. I mean, like I said earlier, grape is also handled completely differently, right? It's only grape if something goes inside you, not if you're forced to go inside something.
Is that how far it's got to go for it to be considered that? And that's another thing too, when she's trying to understand the situation, completely incapable of understanding the situation, by the way. And she says, yeah, you know, like, think about how embarrassing or humiliating it must be for him. Even if, like, let's just say we take her side of the story. Why would you want to completely embarrass and humiliate a guy in front of live?
That's the same part, right? Said that she essentially, like, that's humiliating for him. Shut the fuck up.
Audience of tens of thousands, and an audience after it gets clipped that's going to be in the millions. Why would you want to do that? What kind of person wants to do that? Like, there's a difference between joking and laughing at someone versus humiliating someone. Like,
because it has no consequences. There is a harsh reality, and that is that women doing this don't face consequences. We punish male SAers, whatever you want to call them, much harsher than we do it with women. That's just the truth. That is just the truth. The dude should file a complaint. He just got evidence. It's on a live, and that's probably when Twitch would do something. Possibly, but I'll give you this. Give this a week. Give this a month, and it's gone. Nobody's gonna talk about this anymore. Like, nobody cares. The truth is, nobody cares.
Humiliating someone is traumatizing the person, because now they're just remembered by that. Like, this was my first introduction to this guy, Saeed. He seems to be like a low-key guy. I think he streams. Like, he does his own thing, and then he gets dragged into this, and now this is what I know him by. I know him as a dude that got attacked by these two savage beasts that are incapable of understanding when to draw the line. Like,
It's also that. Think about this. This is likely not. See, you can only do something. People just do something. Do something when they know they can get away with it. So my theory is that this has happened before, and that they got away with it. Hi Nimbus, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. My theory is that they got away with it before. Somebody else. Again, behavior like that doesn't just randomly happen. That has happened before.
Someone needs to rein them in. And even McQueen, right? Like, McQueen, who is somebody that used to do a lot of girl content, a lot of content with chicks. He was also rolling with DDG back in the day. And I'm going to play you guys this clip of him reacting to the situation.
Oh, he's not consenting. Huh? He's not consenting. Yo, that's...
Yeah. See, that's that part right there, okay? That part right there. He's not consenting, and for that, these be mother. I'm just kidding. They shouldn't be done crazy, but there should be some consequences. There should, because of the fact of the matter is, if two men did, it would look terrible. All the women in the world would be trying to cancel them to that man.
Dude, if two dudes drag the woman upstairs into a room, pull out a condom, try to remove clothes, this would not just be a ban. They would be permanently gone. They would need to be permanently gone. Gone. Forever. That's the crazy part. Now, these women do the exact same thing, and yeah, it's just cooked.
Rightfully so. But why is that okay when why is it okay to do that when men do it? But it's not okay. But the women aren't getting the same they're not getting the same treatment. Nah. No. Doesn't matter if it was all fun and games. You shouldn't do that, especially not on stream. Keep your hands to yourself, okay? If you want to be a mark or run away from some cool, leave him alone. Let the buster and run away from some. Now you're just forcing this nerd. Let him be a nerd, okay?
So even him, who is somebody that's done types of content like this, is saying like, dog, come on now. This is not it. You cannot let.
Yeah, surprise. Again, banned. Straight up banned. Gone. You're a bozo.
Let this fly. And some people are saying that, yo, everyone's pretending. This clip, actually, I think it's this comment underneath the McQueen reply, I do think it's something to be addressed, because the comment says, everyone is pretending they don't know what the real issue here is, which is the attractiveness of the women doing the bootying down. This is gross because the chicks are unfortunate looking. Everyone would be calling him a rainbow if he was complaining if someone like Pokimane did it to him. I don't think this is all the way true. Now, if it was, yeah, if it was a Pokimane, well, this is the thing. A Pokimane has more sense than that. And also, a chick that is like...
Dude, Pokimane wouldn't do it. Like, that is not a comparison, right? These women are a different type of woman. They wouldn't... Again, my belief is that they did it before. That is why they can get away with it. That's my belief.
that is far more conventionally attractive, I guess you could say, they're rarely ever going to behave like this. They're not gonna like be like this aggressive. That's not.
It would be like, Pokimane is already hated, right? You can't really bring her up because Pokimane is already hated, and that would just make it worse. Actually give the reasons why people dislike her even more of a reason.
Not their character on stream. Like, that's not Pokimane's character on stream. So I really don't think that plays a role in this specific scenario. In others, sure. And in the replies, sure, I see less people defending them, and I do think it's because people, like, if you threw who can I think of that all they do? Yeah, if Ruby Rose was doing this, I think a lot of dudes would be saying, like, man, what's wrong with him? I agree with that for sure. A Ruby Rose or who else? Who else do people be thirsting over?
I disagree. No, this should never happen. No matter who is it. No matter who is it, this should not happen.
That's the only name that I can come up with off the top of my head. But it doesn't change the situation, which is that they should be banned on Twitch. How long? I don't know. But they should not be just streaming like, yo, this is just fly, and it's cool, and it's chill. And Zoe Spencer in particular is
permanently banned. Twitch has permanently banned people for less. Permaban. Straight up.
Is a repeat offender when it comes to things like this.
See?
A disrespecter for sure, and I would never, it's very, very hard for me to say I want someone permanently banned, so I wouldn't say that, but they need to get it together. Like, they can play this character of...
Nah, permanently, I don't care. There is no room on any platform for SA.
Like, trying to humiliate other people, and honestly, like, I saw the streams with Nina Lynn and Agent. Like, I thought that was a fine dynamic. Like, they had the dynamic where, you know, like, she would poke fun at him, he would poke fun at her. They were having a good time. I saw a lot of clips from that stream, and I think she did an outstanding job there, which was a lesson to either get a counterpart that she could stream with that's a male, that can joke with her the way that she does, and it works out great, or, like, tone it down. But to, like, take things to this level, it's just too much, especially with a dude like this where he is 100% uncomfortable, and I don't think he would be comfortable doing that on camera with any chick regardless. I think he would be like very, very shy just from his reaction here, because it was very, very defensive. It wasn't even like a man.
Simple. If somebody runs away from you, that might be an indicator. That might be an indicator that you need to stop. That is an indicator you need to stop. And they didn't get that indicator. Again, because they never faced any consequences. In fact, if they get banned by Twitch, likely only going to be like for a few hours. That's a sad thing, right? I mean, they wanted to ban the dude that assaulted Emiru for like this is like they wanted to ban him for 30 days. Like, what do you do with that? Like, it's over.
Y'all not gonna play with me. Like somebody could not want it in the same way that he didn't want it, but react differently. He reacted like a victim. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you.
My belief is an absolute utter permaban. There should be no room for any of the type of this behavior. If we are considering this SA, then there is 100% no room for that on Twitch. Goodbye, rip bozo, farewell. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, 100% ban these people. Goodbye. At least longer than 30 days. That would be a start. But if the attempted smooch was not okay, and the guy was a permaban, then this isn't okay either. Simple. It's that simple. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.